This Christmas season is not just a celebration of lights, gifts, or traditions. It is a divine reminder that preparation often happens quietly, long before manifestation becomes visible. While the world focuses on external joy, heaven is working internally, shaping you, aligning you, and positioning you for something far greater than you can presently see. What feels like delay is not denial. What feels like silence is not absence. It is preparation. God never announces greatness before preparing the vessel that will carry it. The season of waiting you may be experiencing is not punishment. It is refinement. Just as winter prepares the ground for a richer harvest, this moment in your life is cultivating endurance, wisdom, and maturity. You are being strengthened for responsibility, not merely rewarded with blessings. Greater impact requires greater capacity. Christmas reminds us that the greatest transformation entered the world quietly. No grand stage, no public applause, yet history was forever changed. In the same way, what God is preparing in you may not be obvious to others, but it will soon become undeniable. The pressure you've endured has not been wasted. Pressure refines purpose and reveals strength you didn't know you possessed. You may feel unseen, overlooked, or underestimated, but divine preparation often happens in obscurity. When God prepares you, He first develops your character before releasing your calling. He builds your discipline before your influence. He aligns your heart before expanding your reach. This season is about alignment, not announcement. Every challenge you face this year has been strategic. Every closed door redirected you towards something better. Every delay protected you from premature exposure. God is not preparing you for comfort. He is preparing you for assignment. And assignments require structure, endurance, and clarity of purpose. As this Christmas arrives, understand this truth: you are closer than you think. What has been forming in the spirit is about to manifest in the natural. Stay faithful, stay disciplined, stay focused. The greatest season ahead will demand the strength you are developing now. Celebrate this Christmas, not just for what you see, but for what is being prepared. Something greater is coming, and you are becoming the kind of person who can sustain it. Preparation always comes before manifestation, because nothing of lasting value is released without first being properly formed. What many people call delay is often the most important stage of fulfillment. Before anything becomes visible in the natural, it must be developed in the unseen. The process you are in right now is not accidental. It is intentional shaping. What is being prepared in you is far more important than what will eventually be placed into your hands. Manifestation without preparation leads to collapse. When something appears before you are ready to sustain it, it becomes a burden instead of a blessing. That is why preparation often feels uncomfortable. It stretches your patience, tests your discipline, and challenges your consistency. Yet this stage is not meant to break you. It is meant to build your capacity. The greater the assignment, the deeper the preparation must be. Nothing truly significant arrives suddenly. It arrives right on time, when the foundation is strong enough to hold it. Preparation refines your character before it reveals your calling. Skills can be taught, opportunities can be given, but character must be developed. During seasons of preparation, you learn obedience without applause and faithfulness without recognition. You learn to show up even when there is no immediate reward. This internal work is what sustains external success. Without it, manifestation becomes temporary and fragile. Often, preparation happens in silence. There are no announcements, no visible progress, and no public validation. Yet in that silence, alignment is taking place. Your mindset is being renewed. Your priorities are being reordered. Your weaknesses are being exposed so they can be strengthened. What feels like stagnation is actually stabilization. You are being positioned so that when manifestation comes, it will not overwhelm you. Preparation also teaches timing. Not every opportunity is meant to be embraced immediately. Some doors open too early, and wisdom requires restraint. Learning when to move is as important as learning how to move. Preparation develops discernment, the ability to recognize what aligns with purpose and what merely appeals to desire. This discernment protects your future. The reason preparation takes time is because transformation is not instant. Growth must be gradual to be sustainable. Every challenge you face during preparation is building endurance. Every obstacle is sharpening focus. Every delay is strengthening resolve. When manifestation finally occurs, it will not surprise you. It will match who you have become. Manifestation is the result. Preparation is the investment. What you are becoming now determines what you will receive later. If you trust the process, remain faithful in unseen moments, and continue developing in private, the outcome will exceed your expectations. When the moment of manifestation arrives, it will be clear that nothing was wasted. Every season, every struggle, and every step of preparation was necessary. Delay is not denial, it is development. What often feels like God saying no is actually Him saying not yet. The waiting season is not empty time, it is active, intentional, and purposeful. When progress seems slow and answers seem distant, something important is happening beneath the surface. Development requires time, and destiny cannot be rushed without consequence. Delay protects you from receiving what you are not yet prepared to sustain. Many things fail not because they are wrong, but because they arrive too early. When responsibility comes before maturity, pressure replaces purpose. Delay allows your strength to catch up with your vision. It ensures that when what you have been praying for arrives, it enhances your life rather than overwhelms it. In seasons of delay, internal growth becomes more important than external progress. Patience is being cultivated. Discipline is being refined. Focus is being sharpened. These qualities cannot be developed instantly. They are formed through repetition, endurance, and consistency. Delay trains you to remain faithful without immediate results, which is a requirement for long-term success. Delay also reveals motives. When things do not move on your timeline, you are forced to confront why you want what you want. Is it for validation or for purpose? Is it driven by comparison or by calling? This period clarifies intention and aligns desire with destiny. What survives delay is usually what is truly meant for you. Development often happens in obscurity. While others may appear to move ahead, delay positions you for a more stable and sustainable future. Comparison loses its power when you understand that every path has its own preparation. What looks like being left behind is often being set apart. You are not late, you are being made ready. Delay strengthens discernment. It teaches you when to wait and when to move. Not every open door is an opportunity, and not every closed door is rejection. Development sharpens your ability to recognize timing. When the right moment arrives, you will have the wisdom to act decisively instead of impulsively. What delay produces is far greater than what it withholds. It builds resilience so setbacks do not destroy you. It builds clarity so confusion does not mislead you. It builds confidence that is rooted in growth, not in circumstances. When development is complete, manifestation becomes natural, not forced. When the moment finally arrives, you will realize that the delay was never about absence, it was about preparation. You were being equipped for durability, not just arrival. What comes after development lasts longer, carries greater impact, and aligns more fully with purpose. Delay is not denial. It is the evidence that something worth developing is on the way. Character is the foundation of destiny. No matter how great the vision, how powerful the opportunity, or how wide the platform, nothing stands for long if the foundation beneath it is weak. Destiny is not sustained by talent alone, nor is it protected by ambition. It is preserved by character. What you become on the inside ultimately determines how far you can go on the outside. Many people desire success, influence, and recognition, but few are willing to develop the inner life required to carry them. Skill may open doors, but character decides whether those doors remain open. When pressure increases, it is character, not charisma, that keeps a person steady. In moments of temptation, confusion, or power, character becomes the deciding factor between fulfillment and failure. Character is formed in the unseen moments of life. It is shaped when no one is watching, when choices must be made without applause or reward. Integrity, discipline, humility, and self-control are not developed in public victories, but in private decisions. These quiet choices build a strong inner structure that can support future responsibility. Without this structure, destiny collapses under its own weight. True destiny involves more than achievement. It involves stewardship, What you receive must be managed wisely. Influence must be handled with humility. Authority must be exercised with responsibility. Character ensures that what is entrusted to you is not abused or wasted. It aligns power with purpose and success with service. Challenges often expose character before they expand destiny. Difficulty reveals what has truly been built within you. When pressure comes, what is inside rises to the surface. If character has been neglected, cracks appear. But when character has been cultivated, adversity strengthens rather than destroys. Hard seasons are not meant to disqualify you. They are meant to refine you. Character also determines longevity. Many rise quickly, but few remain. The difference is rarely ability. It is consistency of values. When principles are firm, decisions remain stable, regardless of circumstances. Character anchors you when emotions fluctuate and when external validation disappears. It gives you the strength to stay true to your purpose, even when compromise seems easier. Destiny is not just about where you arrive, it is about who you become along the journey. Every season is shaping you for future responsibility. When character leads, destiny follows naturally. What is built on character lasts, grows, and multiplies. In the end, destiny does not reward potential, it honors preparation. And character is the preparation that ensures your destiny stands strong, unshaken, and fulfilled. Obscurity is a classroom, not a curse. It is a season many try to escape, yet it is the very place where strength, wisdom, and clarity are formed. When no one is watching, applauding, or affirming, the most important lessons are taught. Obscurity removes distraction and exposes intention. It is not a sign of insignificance, it is evidence of preparation. In obscurity, identity is developed without pressure. There is freedom to grow without comparison and to learn without performance. When visibility is absent, motives are purified. You discover whether you are driven by purpose or by recognition. This season teaches you to work faithfully without external validation, which is essential for carrying responsibility later. What is built for display rarely lasts, but what is built in private endures. Obscurity sharpens discipline. Without an audience, commitment becomes a choice rather than a response to praise. You learn consistency, focus, and patience. These qualities cannot be rushed. They are developed through repetition and endurance. Obscurity trains you to show up when enthusiasm fades and progress seems invisible. That discipline becomes the backbone of future success. This season also provides room for correction. Mistakes made in obscurity are less costly and more instructive. Growth can happen without public pressure or permanent labels. You are allowed to refine your skills, strengthen your weaknesses, and adjust your direction. Obscurity gives you the gift of learning without exposure. Obscurity is where humility is formed. When recognition is limited, pride has no platform to grow. Gratitude deepens, and reliance shifts from approval to purpose. This humility is essential because influence without humility becomes destructive. Obscurity protects you from rising too quickly and falling too hard. What feels like being hidden is often being positioned. Obscurity aligns your inner life with your future assignment. It prepares you to handle visibility without being consumed by it. When the time comes for elevation, you will not be surprised by the weight of responsibility because you were trained when no one noticed. Every great impact is preceded by a season of quiet development. Obscurity is not rejection, it is refinement. It is the place where clarity replaces confusion and strength replaces insecurity. When you finally step into visibility, the lessons learned in obscurity will sustain you. What was formed in silence will speak with authority. Obscurity was not a curse, it was the classroom that prepared you for purpose. This season is aligning you for greater responsibility. What you are experiencing now is not random or meaningless. It is a deliberate process of positioning. Responsibility is never given casually. It is entrusted to those who have been prepared to carry it with wisdom, stability, and purpose. The pressure you feel is not meant to crush you. It is meant to shape you into someone capable of handling more. Alignment begins internally before it becomes visible externally. Your priorities are being preordered, your focus is being sharpened, and your values are being clarified. Things that once distracted you no longer satisfy you. Relationships, habits, and attitudes that do not support your growth are being challenged. This internal shift is necessary because greater responsibility demands clarity. Without alignment, expansion becomes chaos. In this season, you are learning stewardship. Responsibility is not about status, it is about management. You are being taught how to manage time, emotions, resources, and influence. Small assignments are testing grounds for larger ones. How you handle what is currently in your care determines what will be entrusted to you next. Faithfulness in limited responsibility builds credibility for greater trust. This season also strengthens emotional maturity. Greater responsibility requires self-control, patience, and discernment. You are learning how to respond instead of react, how to remain calm under pressure, and how to make decisions based on purpose rather than impulse. These lessons may feel slow and demanding, but they are essential. Responsibility without emotional maturity leads to burnout and broken relationships. Alignment often includes resistance. You may feel stretched beyond comfort, asked to grow beyond familiarity. This discomfort is not a sign of misdirection. It is evidence of expansion. Growth always requires leaving what is familiar for what is necessary. The stretching you feel is creating capacity to lead, to serve, and to sustain impact. This season is also refining your understanding of accountability. Responsibility means being answerable for outcomes, not just intentions. You are learning to take ownership of your choices and their consequences. This awareness develops integrity and reliability. People who can be trusted with greater responsibility are those who do not deflect blame but embrace accountability. When alignment is complete, responsibility no longer feels heavy, it feels purposeful. What once seemed demanding becomes natural because you have grown into it. This season is preparing you to carry influence without being controlled by, authority without abusing it, and success without losing direction. You are not being delayed, you are being aligned. And alignment always precedes greater responsibility.